foundation single crochet. And what that is when you do your foundation chain and your first row of single crochet all at the same time. I really love using this stitch, one, because it saves time being able to do both your chain and your first row all at the same time, and it makes that base of your project where the chain is much stretchier than it is if you start with a chain and then single crocheting into that chain. So for this tutorial, I'm using Simply Erin from Paintbox Yarns. This is a worsted weight category 4 yarn, and I'm using H 5.0 millimeter crochet hook. So let's get started. To start, you'll just need to get your slip knot on your hook, and we're going to start with a chain 2. So I'm going to chain 1 and chain 2. Now starting in the second chain from my hook, I like to use the back of the stitch and look at the little bumps. So here's the first stitch and your second one. I'm going to start in this second chain from the hook. I'm going to insert my hook. I'm going to pull up a loop just like if I was going to single crochet, but instead of single crocheting right here, I'm going to chain 1. So I'm going to yarn over and pull through 1 stitch. Now I still have 2 loops on my hook, so I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2. That's my first single crochet. This chain I made right here, this is where I'm going to work my next stitch. So I'm going to insert my hook into this chain 1, and I'm going to pull up a loop. Now I'm going to repeat that same step. I have 2 loops on my hook just like if I were going to single crochet, but first I'm going to do my chain 1. Yarn over, pull through 1 loop on my hook. Now I have 2 loops on my hook, and I'm going to work a single crochet. Now I have 2 foundation single crochets, and I can make this any length that I want for any project that requires a single crochet in the first row. You can do this foundation single crochet where you're chaining and single crocheting at the same time and do it all in one step. So I'm going to insert my hook into this chain. Right on top, I'm going to turn a stitch over, and you could see the loops along the bottom, the 2 loops. That's where I'm going to insert my hook, right underneath those 2 loops at the bottom. I'm going to yarn over and pull up a loop, and I'm going to yarn over and pull through 1 loop. That's my chain 1, and now I'm going to work my single crochet. I'm going to repeat that. Insert your hook into that chain on the bottom of the single crochet, pull up 1, and yarn over, pull through 1 loop, and then work your single crochet. So you can see your single crochets along the top here, and then down here are your chain stitches that you're making along the way. Insert my hook right there, the bottom of the stitch where those 2 loops are. That's my chain. I'm going to pull up a loop, chain 1, and then yarn over, pull through 2, and make my single crochet. Put my hook in my chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, and single crochet. Let me show you that a couple more times. Put my hook into this chain space I made at the bottom and pull up my loop, then a chain 1 and single crochet. So here I have a foundation single crochet of 15 single crochet. You could see how stretchy that is. I really like that, especially when making garments, because sometimes when you make a chain, a base chain, and then single crochet into the chain, it just doesn't have that amount of stretch that the rest of the garment has. And I really like the stretchiness that using foundation single crochet gives. Plus, it makes it easier because you get to skip that step of chaining and counting the chains and working into the chain, and you just do it all at once in one foundation row.